Have you ever caught yourself scrolling through social media and suddenly, without meaning to, you feel smaller? Maybe it's the way someone looks, the career milestones they share, or the effortless joy they seem to radiate. And in that moment, it feels like you're not enough, like you're falling behind. You're not alone. Today, I want to share a story that will remind you that your worth isn't measured by what anyone else is doing, because your path is yours, and that is powerful. There was a woman named Alina. She was kind, thoughtful, and hardworking. But despite everything she carried inside, her creativity, her resilience, her compassion, she often felt invisible. Not because people ignored her, but because she couldn't stop comparing herself to everyone around her. At work, she watched her colleagues get promotions and recognition. On social media, she saw her friends traveling, celebrating relationships, posting achievements. And each time she whispered the same words to herself: why can't I be like them? Alina carried those thoughts like a backpack filled with bricks, and no one could see the weight she carried because she hid it behind a smile. But every night when she was alone, the silence grew loud. She told herself she wasn't moving fast enough, wasn't beautiful enough, wasn't successful enough. The comparison became a constant noise in her mind, and it drained her. One evening, exhausted from another day of not measuring up, Alina went for a walk in her neighborhood. The air was cool, and the sunset painted the sky in soft gold and lavender tones. She sat on a park bench, and for the first time in a while, she let herself breathe. Next to her sat an older woman. She had gentle eyes, silver hair, and a calm presence that seemed to settle the air around her. They exchanged a polite smile, and then the woman said, "You look heavy." Alina laughed nervously. "Heavy? What do you mean?" The woman replied softly, "Not heavy in body, heavy in spirit. It's like you're carrying someone else's life on your shoulders." The words startled Alina. She hadn't told anyone about the pressure she felt, and yet this stranger could see it. Alina whispered, "I keep thinking I'm behind, like everyone else has it together except me." The older woman nodded slowly. "I used to live that way too, always running, always chasing, always measuring myself against people who weren't me. But then I realized something. Comparison is a thief. It steals the joy of being yourself." The woman picked up a fallen leaf from the ground, holding it between her fingers. "Look at this leaf. Do you see how it's shaped? How it's colored? There isn't another one exactly like it. But imagine if this leaf spent its entire life wishing it were the one next to it. It would miss the beauty of what it already is." She placed the leaf gently in Alina's hand. "You are that leaf. You don't need to be anyone else. Your worth doesn't rise or fall depending on who's around you. You have your own season, your own path, your own timing. And when you finally stop comparing, you start living." Alina felt her chest tighten as tears welled in her eyes. It was such a simple truth, but it cracked something open in her heart. She realized she had been so focused on who she wasn't that she forgot to see who she was. That night, when she got home, Alina stood in front of the mirror. For the first time, she didn't analyze her flaws or replay her shortcomings. Instead, she whispered, "I am enough as I am." And it felt different. It felt real. From that day forward, she still noticed the successes and joys of others, but she no longer used them as weapons against herself. Instead, she chose to see them as reminders that life blooms in different ways at different times. Some people's chapters will be loud and public, while others will be quiet and steady. Both are valuable. Both are worthy. And her chapter, no matter what it looked like, mattered too. You see, comparison convinces us that life is a race, but it isn't. Life isn't about beating someone else to the finish line. It's about living fully in a life that's yours. Your worth doesn't disappear because someone else is succeeding. Your value doesn't shrink when someone else shines. There's enough room for every light to glow. So the next time you feel yourself drowning in comparison, remember the leaf. Remember that your path, your growth, and your timing are uniquely yours. And most of all, remember this: you don't have to be anyone else to be enough. You already are. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.